watching Lifestyles on CNC World. IOC President Thomas Bach spoke highly of Beijing's preparation for the Olympic Winter Games 2022 during his visit in the city on Saturday.
Bach visited the Wu Kesong Sports Center, the chosen location of the Big Air and the headquarters for the Beijing 2022 organizing committee.
The preparations for the Olympic Winter Games 2022 are really excellent. The cooperation with the IOC is seamless. We are making steady progress, and you can see the great projects with regard to the development of winter sports in China, attracting hopefully at the end 300 million Chinese to a winter sport.
The headquarters is a regeneration based on an old steel factory of Beijing. The IOC president was impressed by the sustainable development of having the urban rejuvenation in an industrial region. Bach also praised the innovative concept of allowing all people to participate in sports adapted by the 13th Chinese National Games.
Matheus Martins is a Brazilian football coach who came to China to pursue his dream. Today, Lifestyles tell his story about training the future Chinese players in a Brazilian way.
My name is Matheus Martins. I'm from Brazil. I was a professional football player before, and now already 10 years living in China, especially in Guangdong province in Dongguan, and now have my own football soccer training. We want to help more and more people like football, and also spread the happiness of play football. I came to China in 2007. My old brother was first came to China and gave me this opportunity to come. And I fall in love with China and start to have this dream to play football here, and also to help these kids to learn some special Brazilian secrets about football. My first job here working with football schools was with Arsenal Football School from England. I have this opportunity to be with this company during 1 year, and after that Arsenal Football School went to Hong Kong, and I prefer to stay in Guangdong, stay in China, because that time I was playing in the professional five-a-side league in Guangdong province, and then that time I start my own football school, and after that I have the opportunity to go inside the Soccer World company, one also very big company now in China about football. And I did one job as a national coach of Soccer World. And after that I decided to start to do my small school again, because doing too big we was losing a little bit. Why we came to China? We came to China to really make the people love football. Our first goal is not do a very big business. Our first goal is if we can change one more kid to love football, we are already very happy. So this is our office. Yeah, we used to keep some memories, some pictures from our history here in China. We hope we can continue doing more and more, right? And some trophies when we was champion here in China, and also the picture of my very good soccer players. And we normally use this office to do some meetings, to introduce my job to other people. It's good to have one base, and sometimes I come here also to study football and check the news about football. Every day I come here and also drink Chinese tea. Here I also have some newspaper from my history here. Before, when I was professional player at South America, I moved too much to many cities, 6 months here, 6 months there, and then when I came to China, I think it's time to stop and find a real home. And people of Dongguan always receive me very well. I have many friends here, and I think if I stay longer in one place, I start to have good relation with people. People start to believe me, believe in my job. In Chinese we say, 好关系. And now, you see, my daughter was born in China, my family is here, my wife also works here. Our home, our really home now, it's Dongguan. also here in Dongguan have a big community of Brazilian people. We are not the only one Brazilian living in Dongguan, so we also have chance sometimes to be together with Brazilian guys. My 3 assistants, they are from Brazil. They also have Brazilian here, a family here. Every foreigner have his own way to face China. I'm really proud of come to China and do what I love, is work with football far away from my country. My home is 18,000 kilometers from here, and now I walk in the streets. I have many friends, people come to my school, people believe in my job. We have really good life here in Dongguan especially, and we really love China. We want to stay here longer.
The first group of 200 former guerrillas of the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia has arrived in Cuba to study medicine. It is part of a Cuban government scholarship program in contribution to the peace process in Colombia. Let's have a look.
At Havana's Jose Marti International Airport, the young beneficiaries of these scholarships were received by Cuba's Foreign Ministry and Health Ministry, among others. Being a family member of the former FARC guerrilla, Cho Jano was given the opportunity to come to Cuba for a study of 6 years so as to become a doctor.
To study medicine has always been my dream because of the humanitarian values this career has. I've always wanted to help our society, and obviously this is an example of what I can do to help my people.
Former FARC guerrilla Vilma Esparilla came with his comrades from Bogota for a long but necessary process for the peace of his country.
As a member of the FARC guerrilla, I believe that it is an important contribution from Cuba to the peace process, and we hope to become doctors in the next 6 years to contribute to our society.
The beneficiaries will begin their study at Latin American School of Medicine, or ELAM, in September. ELAM director said young Colombians will study the same medical curriculum as other students from different nations.
We assume a great responsibility as a school because these people come from a different social system and were involved in an armed conflict for a long time. It is a matter of principle for us to train them as good doctors.
The Cuban government has announced 1,000 medical scholarships for FARC members and victims of the Colombian conflict. The scholarships represent Cuba's contribution to the implementation process of the Colombian peace agreement signed in Havana last year. Cuba hosted peace talks between FARC and the Colombian government over the past 4 years.
The oldest cinema in the Gaza Strip reopened on Saturday after 3 decades of closure, although for one night only.
Al Samar Cinema chose to screen a Palestinian film called 10 Years to celebrate the special reopening night. The 120-minute movie tells the story of about Palestinians in Israel prisons. About 120 people of both sexes attended, with men and women sitting together despite the lack of air conditioning on a hot and humid evening. The director of the film says it is meaningful for him that his film could be screened in the cinema.
The challenges we have met are the challenges that face any movie maker in Gaza. We don't have professional studios for filmmaking. The lack of electricity and the blockade, all these were major challenges facing filmmakers in Gaza.
Gaza Strip had 10 cinemas 30 years ago, but all of them closed down after the first Intifada in 1987, a Palestinian uprising against Israel occupation of the West Bank. The Islamist Hamas has ruled Gaza for 10 years. Currently, there are no functioning cinemas in the Gaza Strip, where 2 million people live in cramped conditions under an Israeli blockade.
I'm overwhelmed with happiness because it was an experience, an idea that was successfully achieved. We faced many challenges, but finally we are showing a 2-hour movie inside the Gaza Strip.
Showing a movie in the blockaded Gaza like 10 years is something great.
The 10th International Military Music Festival, Spasskaya Tower, kicked off on Red Square in Moscow last Saturday. Lifestyles takes you there to have a look.
The best Russian military bands and honor guards are showing on their festival. Drummers, bands, dancers, writers, and material arts specialists from 14 countries are also participating. 108 Taoist performers from China's Wudangshan, the cradle of Tai Chi arts, show different Tai Chi styles. The International Military Music Festival has 10-year history. It will run in Moscow till September 3rd.
The 15th edition of the Ghana International Book Fair opened in the capital Accra on Thursday. The 4-day event is to create a marketplace for publishers, writers, printers, and other stakeholders to interact.
The fair also creates a conducive climate through seminars, workshops, and other competitions. The event was first organized in November 1996 to revive the ailing indigenous book industry. This year's book fair attracts students from the primary to tertiary schools and other industry practitioners.
Ghana International Book Fair is an annual event organized to bring together the stakeholders of the book industry. First of all, to showcase our products, which is the book, and also to promote literacy and reading.
Visitors to the fair have access to a variety of good books, both foreign and local, and buy them at highly discounted prices. This is the second time Christiana takes part in the fair as an exhibitor since 2014.
I can say the previous one's market was cool, but this year's attendance is higher, but just that the marketing isn't really going on well. Yes, like the buying, the purchasing is not going well, but we hope, since people are interested in our products and stuff, we hope to see them in our shops and our offices as well.
At the exhibition, teachers lead pupils to go through the available books and buy what they want.
So far, we have all the books we want from every subject, yes, and then the novels too. Yes, they are really enjoying, they're having fun. Yes, I like the arrangements, and then it seems every book is here so far. If only you have the money to buy, you can get all the books you need here.
The 2017 Japan World Heroes Expo was held in Los Angeles during the weekend, attracting thousands of comic lovers to come.
The expo brought a world of Japanese comic culture to visitors. Among its special guests being Furuya, who was the actor of Ultraman in the popular TV series, one of the most classic Japan heroes born in 1966, showed up and signed pictures for fans. Fans also took photos with them, posing just like Ultraman.
This is my passion. Ultraman is myself, my passion. The whole shoot mattered for me. Even the mask was taken from my face. I'm the Ultraman.
I was very fortunate to come today and have an autograph from the actor who played Ultraman in the series, so I'm very, very lucky and very happy right now.
Artists also created paintings on the scene during the convention. Fans can shop for their favorite comic-themed toys and posters from thousands of options. Cosplayers dressed up like all kinds of Japanese comic heroes and posed outside the convention center.
I think the event's wonderful. It's run by Scott Zillner, and he also does Power Morphicon, which is a really big Power Rangers event out here. And this is very reminiscent of the very first Morphicon, but it's already bigger than the first Morphicon. So if that says anything, I think that this is going to be the strong start for a very wonderful convention yearly.
With colorful bricks and a variety of shapes, Lego is one of the favorite toys for all ages. Now the Lego fans have an opportunity to play with their favorite toy for free. Lifestyles brings you to Los Angeles to have a look.
At the first convention for Lego fans in the United States, the Brick Fest at Pasadena Convention Center welcomed people of all ages. Thousands of kids came with their parents to build blocks, which is a game practicing both hands and brains.
Lego is very, very popular. It works on a lot of levels for kids to tactile with their hands, and they use things instead of working virtually, they're working physically. And it's a calling back also to nostalgia to the adults who played with it when they were a kid, and it really brings the kids and the parents together in a way that doesn't always happen.
In 1958, Lego bricks were introduced in their present form, and since then, their popularity has grown exponentially. Building blocks, whether or not following the instructions on the box, has become a popular family activity.
We've seen all ages. We've seen kids as young as 4 or 3 come and have a really fun time, all the way through the adults, especially when, again, the parents are coming with the kids. They think they're bringing their kids to an event for the kids to play, and then we see the parents get involved and have fun too, and it's really special to see them be involved.
According to the organizer, the word Lego means play well in Danish. Created in Denmark in 1932, Lego has been one of the most popular toys around the world. It is best known for manufacturing colorful block toys consisting mostly of interlocking plastic bricks.
Hundreds of zombies gather for the Vancouver's 12th annual Zombie Walk, parading down Main Shopping Street, causing scares and earning photo ops. Lifestyles has the details.
It's sort of like the dress rehearsal for the zombie apocalypse. This walk takes place in several cities around the world at this time each year, and it's been happening here in Vancouver for about 12 years, and each year it's getting bigger and gorier.
The event started back in 2005, when about 400 zombies marched into the city's biggest shopping mall and then took a train to the city's cemetery. Marina Badian walked as a zombie in each of the last 4 years. She does her own makeup and considers the whole thing as a fun hobby.
It took me 3 hours. It only took an hour just to do my regular makeup, and then it took 3 hours to do the prosthetic, the latex, the gum wax, and the gum blood. And then just doing the fake blood from the dollar store is very quick and simple, just squirt it here and there, you know.
She tries to improve the quality of her look each year, but it's the fun of the scare that keeps her coming out.
I just like scaring people. I really like scaring people, and I like to experiment with makeup, because when I first did this, it wasn't really that great. It was just a prosthetic, no blood, no nothing.
The Zombie Walk is now sanctioned by the city, and the zombies get a police escort as they parade down the street. The number of onlookers now rivals the number of zombies as visitors try to get in close for a photograph or a laugh. Another zombie named Lindsay says she's joined the Zombie Walk for 10 years in a row and at 2 cities.
I don't know, it's just really fun, and it's really fun to scare people because you get a good reaction from a lot of the people that are watching. Like, you get really close up and scare them. It's just a lot of fun scaring people. Everyone knows that.
The 2017 mountain biking marathon was held in Changchun, northeast China's Jilin province, over the weekend. Lifestyles takes you there.
Over 1,000 athletes from various countries such as China, Russia, Germany, and Sweden attended the event. The track consists of 3 areas: a rugged mountain road, shady lanes, and one stretch around the lake.
I think that mountain biking is natural friendly and is good for people's health.
Algeria's first Neapolitan Pizza Festival is underway in the capital Algiers. Let's have a look.
More than 100 Algerian pizza chefs participated in the 3-day event, which kicked off on Saturday. 5 candidates will be selected to represent Algeria to compete in the 18th World Pizza Championship to be held in the Italian city of Naples next year.
This technique I learned today is Napolitan. I did learn from them a lot of things, like how to make the pizza dough, how to open it, how to put it in the oven. It's a new technique for me, actually.
Thanks to this festival, we managed to introduce the world-famous Neapolitan pizza to Algeria, and we are hopeful to see the winners participating in the forthcoming Neapolitan Pizza World Championship.
Neapolitan pizza is made with tomatoes and mozzarella cheese. Historians say this kind of pizza was first created by Naples pizzeria Brandy to honor Queen Margherita of Italy when she visited the city of Naples in 1886.
Chilean Kung Fu master as-newsboy Boy Sarank creates a miniature China in Chile by teaching an ancient form of martial art known as Xing Yi Quan.
As a young boy, Boy Sarank spent hours every day watching the martial arts movies of his idols Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. His hobby soon led him to enroll in a Kung Fu class. The experience, he says, changed his life.
When I first got into the martial arts, I was 14. And my curiosity for martial arts led me to study Chinese, to discover a language that today has become very important and spread around the world.
He was then introduced to Xing Chuan, another millenary Chinese martial art form and one he has dedicated his life to. To fully immerse himself in discipline, he decided to learn a Chinese language. While spending 4 years studying in Jinan, capital of China's Shandong province, Boisserang developed a rigorous daily routine on the recommendation of his martial arts instructor.
Thanks to Chinese culture, to the Chinese language, I had the opportunity to discover the true essence of Wushu and what the Chinese really aim to transmit.
When Boisserang returned to Chile, he was offered a job as a teacher at the Confucius Institute of the University of Chile. At the same time, he decided to open a school in his native Chile to teach Xing Chuan, an age-old style of martial art.
Famous for its rich culture and history, Paris not only has historical sites, but unique culture. Let's take a look. The open bookstores along the River Seine is one of these cultural marks. Although being considered as a cultural heritage of the city, these bookstores face several challenges. Christian Nabet is one of second-hand booksellers' owner in Paris. He does businesses in the green boxes along the banks of the Seine. Thousands of books are displayed at these open bookshops, making the Seine the only river in the world that runs between two bookshelves.
I love reading books and being along the Seine River. I choose this job by chance, not because of family tradition.
The old books come from flea markets, second-hand stores, or anyone who wants to sell his books. However, for Christian, the most challenging part of the job is not finding valuable second-hand books, but finding new owners for them. Christian says the worst of the situation is not these threats, but the change of people's reading habit.
Although there are still some people like collecting books, but much less than it used to be.
The government of Paris offers beneficial rent and tax policies to booksellers. However, it is hard to revive the glory of this profession.
专业的团队，丰厚的经验。Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to the Lake Cook Law Group. 投资理财、法律咨询，芝加哥专业律师团队为您的梦想提供最安全的保障。
Mm-hmm.